Russian President Vladimir Putin has apologized for what he called the tragic incident in Russian airspace, leading to the downing of an Azerbaijani passenger plane. Putin told his Azerbaijani counterpart that Russian air defenses were active before the plane crashed in Kazakhstan, killing 38 people. He stopped short of claiming responsibility. Ukraine's Volodymyr Zelensky is calling for a thorough investigation, saying there's clear evidence of Russian involvement. For more on this story, let's cross to our correspondent in Riga, Sergei Satanovsky. DW has been reporting from Riga since Russian authorities shut down our offices in Moscow. Now, Putin says Russian air defenses were active when the plane tried to land in Grozny. How do you read that statement?
Well, Putin has basically repeated what the head of Russia's civil aviation authority said yesterday. So the Grozny airport was under attack by Ukrainian drones when an Azerbaijan Airlines plane made repeated attempts to land there. As Putin said, anti-aircraft systems were active in that area on that Christmas morning. What he didn't say is that these air defense systems became the cause of the plane crash. That's maybe what some would, in Azerbaijan would expect him to say. Maybe he will wait until the Russian investigative committee investigates the case, but who knows how long the investigation is going to take.
So the Russian president has apologized to his Azerbaijani counterpart for what he calls a tragic incident. No guilt admitted so far. Does that meet Azerbaijan's expectations, do you think?
It doesn't seem so. We've already seen the Azerbaijani interpretation of this call with Putin. Local media report that in this conversation, Ilham Aliyev mentioned physical and technical interference as the cause of the crash. So the Azerbaijani government hasn't yet directly accused Russia of shooting down the plane, but anonymous sources among government officials leaked to the press that a Russian anti-aircraft system had struck the plane, and that caused the crash. So these media also report that Azerbaijan expects the recognition of this fact from the Russian side, an apology and also a compensation.
I mean, many might be surprised to hear this apology from Putin. In your assessment, why is Putin appearing to be giving in to pressure?
Yeah, well, this doesn't sound very typical for Putin. So on the one hand, we actually know that from experience that Russia isn't keen to admit responsibility when situations like this happen. When Russian proxies shut down a Malaysian Airlines Boeing in 2014, so Russia did everything possible to mislead the investigation. And as of now, we don't see such attempts on the Russian side in this case, at least so far. Probably this is because Azerbaijan is important to Russia as a partner. Earlier this year, President of the country, Ilham Aliyev, he described the relationship with Russia as good and said that Azerbaijan wouldn't be a part of the, as he said, anti-Russian sanctions campaign. So let's see, maybe for the sake of saving good relations with Azerbaijan, the Kremlin will be willing to admit the mistake.
That's DW correspondent Sergei Satanovsky in Riga. Many thanks.